Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Gavin, and this is a video that is a part of my MCAT series where I just track my progression while studying for the MCAT. I figured I would switch my camera view, switch it up a little bit so don't get too thrown off guard. But today I did psychology and sociology. I did 40 questions on the UWorld question bank. And I'd say it went surprisingly well. I'd say today was pretty encouraging for me. And what's interesting is that I simply uh, did one thing different because this is only my second site soc set. So it's not like I just something just clicked in me. But I realized that the passage is important when you need to understand the main theme and when you need to be able to pick apart certain details that contribute to your understanding of the tables provided or the graphs provided. So here's what I did. I basically realized that second to cars, the site soc section requires the most understanding of the passage, with third being bio, fourth being chem. Honestly, that just depends on how good you are at those sessions, but that's kind of my strength to weakness so far. And all I would do is for real just look at the question and then go to the passage, and I'd pretty much pick apart the passage with only the understanding of the introduction and the results. And that might sound like a very poor strat, but pretty much if the first question was in paragraph two, right, what I would do is read the first paragraph before I went to paragraph two, so I knew the study, and then I'd read paragraph two. Um, I sound like I am talking to a bunch of second graders because that's kind of some like obvious stuff that people do. But you guys be surprised about me just being able to do that, but also being able to pick apart and make good judgment of decisions. I realized that I know maybe uh, probably about 35% of the entire site search content so far, and yet I am getting over half of the questions correct about terms that I don't even know. And it's really because I put into perspective what the terms could mean and if they make sense along with the context of the passage, right? So, one of the terms today was, what is a primary and secondary source compared to like an in group or an out group? Well, I can probably infer that someone who is white would be an out group to someone who is Hispanic, right? So stuff like that. And like primary sources are things you like are surrounded by, right? So that'd be your family. Secondary sources would be your like coworkers and like somewhat good friends. And then like your in group is the group that's part of your identity, right? So a fellow white male or a fellow white man who lives in Tennessee would be my in group, even if I don't know them at all. So reasoning like that, I was able to just like thumb through them. And also, I did these questions and my pace was about 35, 40 seconds per question total. Some questions took me like 10 seconds, some took me like a minute and a half, but my score increased by 10% from the first set, which I think is a huge improvement. And really, what's encouraging is that my reasoning skills are being strengthened from the other sections to where if you don't know something in Sight Soc, it's not the end of the world, because things just kind of fall into place with terms. Now, there were some hard ones, right? Like the different theories of perception, right? So, like, you get signal and then physiological response, and then emotion, and then the other way around, and then they like coincide. So, the different people that had those theories, I couldn't tell you right now, but stuff like that was just encouraging for today. But other than that, I just did Anki. Studied about 300 cards, but I got since I am a full-time student as well, I have a biochem exam tomorrow, so that's going to be not like all of my willpower and focus tomorrow, but it will take up a bit more of my energy than usual. Because to be honest, I am putting school second to this MCAT right now, and tomorrow will just be a day where school comes first. So I think that balance and knowing when to prioritize is pretty healthy. But just want to get on here and just honestly just update. I feel like I'm just uh, I feel like I'm just chirping at this point every day, but hopefully just being real about my progression to hopefully encourage some of you guys as well. So that if you don't study, just know that I am. I'm just playing. But hope you guys are doing one. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Chem Phys, so uh, every high has to come with a low. You know what I mean? So every mountain has a valley. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless.